So watching the very first clip of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 2 episode number 6, it is funny. So first things first, Stevie meets up with Mimi, and the first thing, I guess, to talk about their daughter, that situation, how that's going to work out. And the first thing he does is start talking about Mimi's new boyfriend and acting all jealous, and Mimi is just eating it up, just loving it, just like, oh, why are you so worried about him? Like, she's just loving it, and she is just like, I can just see it all in her face. Shay met up with Tracy, and it was just strange to me because I'm like, when did y'all become friends? But I guess they've been friends. They've been kicking it with each other for a while now, and they just really haven't had a chance to catch up, and this is their time to catch up. And so Shay was trying to get advice from Tracy, and she's just like, yeah, I done did it all. I done fought girls, and I done smashed tires, and smashed windows and slashed tires. And I'm just like, how the hell is you getting advice from? She's still jealous, she's still crying, she's still trying to fight girls. Change? What are you talking about? How is you gonna give somebody advice? You can't, so cut it out. But she did, and Shay is just like, ooh, how do you do this? I'm trying to figure out if I should let him go. Girl, okay, girl, just stop. Girl, just stop. And so all in all, I'm pretty sure that Tracy, she's still in love with Drew. She's still going to be acting crazy throughout this whole season. And I'm definitely not convinced at all, not one tiny bit, that she's going to be just cool and mellow throughout everything. I know she's going to fly off the handle just like she always. Again, you can't give nobody advice. So that's how I feel. Last but not least, Kirk and Rasheeda, they got together, and they haven't been getting along at all. And so Rasheeda, she gets this like little dinner, or not dinner, but like just candles lit all over, and call Kirk over before he leaves, I guess. And he's just pretty much like, well, I think sometimes we just need to take a break from each other. And I think that he meant like just he go his way, sometimes she go her ways, but at the end of the day, you guys are still together, like like a job. But his job is her manager, and they see each other 24 hours, so that can get exhausting when you're just constantly seeing the same just all the time, what I'm saying, with no break whatsoever. But I'll get back to y'all when this gets back on the commercial break. So Rasheeda, she ended up telling Kirk everything, and he's just like, timing is not good for anything right now, because she want to run a jewelry line, and she just knows going to make some money at the the store, and he's just like, the time is not right. I guess his son got some legal issues, and his brother had a heart transplant, so he's just going through some things. And she was like, well, timing isn't always right. She was pregnant. And he was like, straight shook his head. Was not happy. He was so mean, dude. He was like, did she expect me to leap for joy and do backflips? This is not the time right now. This is a setback. He said the kid is a setback in his life right now. That's real bad for real. Rasheeda, her feelings was really, really, really hurt. She was very emotional about it. And Kirk, he just pretty much got up and left. He was not happy about the baby situation at all. From there, and then it came on to Momma Dee. Momma Dee, she bought Scrappy a cake, and it was like an end of engagement cake. And so, for real, the worst. So Momma Dee invited Shay over, and she was talking to her. She was just like, yeah, Shay, I got this cake, it's EOE. And Shay's just like, well, what does it stand for? She's like, end of engagement. And I invited Scrappy over, and Shay's just like, oh my god, the relationship with Scrappy is over. O-V, B as in Bondrina. But it's just not, she's just, I don't know, it's plenty games just getting playing right now. Scrappy, he completely goes off on his mom. He's just like, hold on, we taking a break right now, and Momma Dee is just like, when you fall on your ass, it's gonna be your fault. I'm not picking you up back no more. I'm not picking you up anymore. And Scrappy's just like, chill out, this, that, and the other. They get into an argument, and he just eats some cake, and that's pretty much how that scene ended. Oh my god, this is real bad. So Tracy and Drew, they have the girls come in for a job interview and stuff like that. Drew he started flirting with every last single girl that came in for the interview. And for real, Tracy started snapping. Like, she was just like, okay, video hoes and this and that. And like, for real, Tracy was in a fight. The girl, she told them to leave because one of the girls was like, are you guys dating or something? As they're waiting, you know, to see who got the job. And she's like, and then Tracy's like, is it any of your business? And she was like, well, I'm just saying because every time, you know, you acting jealous. And she just was like, okay, well, can you leave? And she was like, you know, bye, video hoes. And like, all of them like left. And the girls, it was like, you're just jealous of us and stuff like that. And it was just for real ridiculous. And like, they had to hold Tracy back. And I'm just thinking, didn't I just say this bitch was gonna act crazy as hell? Just in the clip before this, she done blew up out of proportion again because some feelings. That's why your ass can't tell nobody advice. Because when you sitting up there acting crazy over a dude and y'all ain't even been together for 7 years, that is a damn shame, for real. But I'll get back to y'all when the commercial break comes back on. And for real, if y'all haven't seen this episode, you gotta watch it. So after all of that stuff ended up happening with Tracy and Drew, Drew pretty much was just like, Tracy's just like, well, you knew what's gonna get me mad. And I'm just thinking like, girl, chill out already. Clearly he left you for a reason, and all of us in the world are starting to see that reason. And also, he pretty much was just like, you know what, I need an answer today. You either gonna give me the $25,000 check or you not. And Tracy's just like pretty much holding it over his head like, look, I got this money, I'm not giving it to you until I feel like you want to be in a relationship with me. That's how I feel like. And things are never going to be right. It's never going to be right because she's always going to be jealous, and it's always going to be this. This is going to always be going on all the time because, so Stevie J, he is such a player. I'm so serious. He went to Shay Max's house, and that's the girl who was in the previous episode who I had thought was one of his artists, but she actually isn't. And so he went to Shay Max's house or whatever, and he was just like, you know, I guess somebody had broken into her house, and so she was just crying. She was just like, you know, I gotta replace all of this, and you don't understand. Joseline, you don't understand. So what's up with all these crybaby ass girls? They ain't do any of you bitches got some balls? But anyways, no, I'm just joking. Damn, but I'm so sick and tired of all the crybabies. And so she's just crying and stuff like that. And so here comes Stevie J. Oh, gotta be Captain Saber. You know what I'm saying? And gives her this big 42-inch flat screen TV. And she's just like, okay, she is so skinny, like in her face. It looks like a skeleton to me. So small. But that's pretty much what he did for her. The next clip, Mimi, she was at this tattoo shop, and I guess because she really do care about Nico, you know, she's really trying to get rid of Stevie J because he did mention the fact that, you know, because that Mimi, she has a tattoo on her arm, and the tattoo is pretty much like a rosary. It looked as if it was like a rosary, like right here going on her arm. And it was like Stevie J, he got it first and then she got it afterwards. And so she went to the tattoo shop, and Ariane and Nico, they was there with her. And she was just like, she wanted to get it covered up because Stevie J, he had that. And then Ariane was like, I never noticed that. And Nico was like, yeah, I never knew that neither. It wasn't meant for you to know. And it wasn't meant for you to know this. But so she pretty much got it covered up with like a real pretty like little rainbow thing, flower, something. It was real pretty. And so pretty much that's where that scene and clip had ended at. And I would definitely make sure I get back to y'all when the next commercial break come on. And I'm sure it's going to be some crazy stuff going on. So Scrappy, he had a conversation with his dad, who is a reverend, and he was just talking to his dad about everything that had happened with his mom, and his dad pretty much was saying like, you know, I think that your mom is the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she's the one that seems like it's causing you all the problems in your life, and you know, you need to probably get that put in check because I really don't think that it's anything but her. So Scrappy, he's gonna have to get that put in check. Next thing you know, Stevie J and Joseline, they came up, and they were just talking pretty much about, they were talking about What were they talking about? How two girls, they came up to Joseline and they said that Stevie J was in the studio with Shay Mack, and Stevie J is like, I'm not in the studio with her, choosing his words quite carefully. And so, you know, Joseline, I guess he wanted to do a toast to like good business, and Joseline's like, is you gonna grow up and be a man? How about toast to a relationship? Girl, you're not in a relationship with Stevie J. Stevie J is in a relationship with you. You know why? Because they keep playing it left to right, just like you play Mimi, and now he got some new fish, Shay Mack, and he's gonna play your ass to the left, and it's gonna be sad. So we just have to see what happens with that, but I'll let you all know what happens when the commercial break comes. She talked to her sister, who came down to come and visit her through everything that was going on. And her sister pretty much, she got some sense. She told Tracy, like, look, I think it's a good idea. You mix some business with pleasure and family, what, this and that. And I just don't think it's a good idea for you to, you know, be giving him the money for y'all to invest in a boutique. Because, I mean, it's your ex, it's your baby daddy. But that's not something that Tracy understands, because she still wants to be with Drew and is still madly in love with him. So that's not something that she can, you know, comprehend. First off, it was K. Michelle, it was Ariane, and it was Mimi. They were in a room together. They were looking at a phone, and they were listening to a song. And then K. Michelle was like, Johnny? What is Johnny doing up in there? I guess his name is Johnny Chrome, and he's a singer, or, you know, something like that. And so, you know, K. Michelle was like, you know, he's gay. And she was like, I don't got no problem with nobody being gay, but when you start lying about it and you acting under the table, then I got a problem. You know, Mimi, she's just like, I don't think he's gay. And Ariane's like, I think he's gay. And so, all in all, I guess that Nico and Johnny, sneaky, they were listening at the door. And so Johnny got mad at K. Michelle. He was just like, hey, look, you know, ain't none of that going on. I'm not gay. So he kind of did come at her strong first. And I thought it was K. Michelle's fault at first. But Johnny, he did come at her a little bit strong. He was just like, you know, I'm not gay. I don't appreciate this. Talking to Mimi like, anything your girl tell you, maybe you can relay it back to me. That's some BS. Like, why would you say something like that? And so, you know, it was time for them. They was recording a video, and Mimi's in the video, and she's pissed off because now K. Michelle, she's snapping on the boyfriend too, on Mimi's boyfriend. Like, yeah, I don't. First, the boyfriend, Mimi's boyfriend, Nico, he was like, you know, we don't even want you to be in the video shoot. You can leave. And so, like, she's leaving, but then Nico's, they talking back and forth, cussing each other out, calling each other, she's calling him gay, like, oh, you may be gay too, and he's just like, you can never be me, and stuff like that. And so it just got real kind of hectic, kind of bad, and you all definitely need to check this out. Well, I will definitely get back to y'all when the commercial break comes back on, because it's about to start back up, and it's some crazy stuff. So in the very last clip of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, pretty much Ariane, you know, she was like, pretty much K. Michelle got kicked out. And so Ariane, when she came back in, they was just like, you know, Nico was like, you know, you can come in, believe her out the door. Ariane was like, you know, that's fine, but y'all ain't have to team up on that girl like that. And so next thing you know, they were like, you know, we ain't team up on her. They did. So Nico and Ariane, they arguing back and forth, and Johnny and Ariane just arguing both of them. And then next thing you know, Mimi, she comes in during the cut, and she starts screaming like, whoever's not in the effing video, get out, and acting brand new and ugh mug. And so Ariane's like, okay, who you talking to? Mimi, don't do it. Don't do it. Got all up in her face, and she's like, I'm just talking in general. And then, yeah, Ariane, she's kind of gangster, so she kind of got all up in Mimi's face, and Mimi, she really didn't do anything. And Ariane, she knew Mimi was bad, but she still pretty much still got in her face. She's just like, bitch, check that shit, because it ain't going down like that. And that's exactly what she said, bitch. Like, she's just like, I know she was mad in that instant, but, you know what I'm saying? So, it pretty much ended with Mimi. She was acting like she was just drunk or something. She was like, can't things be about me sometimes? And I'm just thinking, what is wrong with you? She acting like our friends are like hating on her because she's on like a video shoot and she just won't. I don't know. She just doing some things that's just weird to me. But make sure you all definitely check it out. It seems like some absolutely crazy and bizarre things gonna happen. And with the next episode that comes on, so make sure y'all tune in Monday 7 o'clock. is going to be insane next week. It's your girl Angel Vondrina. Also, I want to do a quick shout out to my people Jen Mosby and Sam, aka Kid Milo. Check them out. Facebook, Twitter, all of that. They're all around. Instagram, all over the place. So subscribe to my channel and make sure you check me out if you got any other questions or anything that you want to know. Don't be afraid to email me or hit me up. All my information is below. Holla. It's your girl once again, Angel Vondrina.